Hello everyone, I'm coming to you via video because I'm unable to be with you this week. So I wanted to talk to you about the last outcome for Year 11 English, and that's the one that Miss Sagustis is going to take you through. However, I wanted to talk to you about what you need to do in preparation for that next term. So hopefully you have all completed the ethos, logos and pathos activity that I set for your first double this week, and you understand a little bit about what that is. And they're called the 3 pillars, and it would be really good for you to be able to incorporate that in your written persuasive piece. So the next thing you needed to do was to complete the form that asked you to determine what you were going to do for your persuasive writing. And the really important thing for you to have by the time you turn up first day back next term is that you have a clear understanding of the issue that you have chosen, and whether it's the one on euthanasia or whether it's a new issue, you need to have researched it really well so that you understand the stakeholders, the arguments for and against, and the background to the issue itself. Once you've determined that, you need to make sure that you have filled in the documentation about what persona you're going to take on. And it's really powerful to be someone who is a stakeholder in a particular issue, because you can use some of the information, but you can also, you're more effective because you're involved. You need to identify who your audience is going to be, the most specific audience, and address them where you can. If you are writing a letter especially, you need to think about the arguments and contention that you're also using, and you need to follow that through so that when you structure your response and plan it, it has a really logical and coherent aspect to it. So the most important thing now is to look at pages 128 to 132, and there is a planning and structuring section that will help you to go through what you need to do, and those things include looking at how to introduce logos, pathos and ethos in your writing, how you structure an argument, and it talks about how you brainstorm and plan your particular piece. It gives you a case study where how you go about selecting an author and a speaker, and also the best text type. So some text types might be better than others. So some things might be better as a letter to the editor, or a letter to a member of parliament if it's an issue in relation to something to do with a political issue. How you select an audience is really important, and it looks at a number of other things, including activities to help you with your writing, and so there's a writer's toolbox as well. On page 131, it explains how to write the response using the introduction, and then how you dissect and elaborate on points. Now that you probably don't need to do until next term, but certainly you need to have the rest done by the time you come back, because this will be done in week 3. So the most important thing in the next double is to investigate your issue a little bit better, make sure you understand who your persona is going to be, make sure you understand what your arguments and contention are going to be, and that you can identify an audience. And therefore, once all of that is done and put into place, then you can start shaping and structuring your response. And you may try something once and say, no, it's not best in that form, I might try a different form. So it's about experimenting as well, and using the language of persuasion. So hopefully this little video has helped you to understand what you need to do next. I will write that up in a document and put it up for you in the second double on Google Classroom, and just wish you all the best for the holidays, and I'll see you next term. So take care and make sure you do that work, and I'll make sure that Mr. Goosis gets your SACs to you as well. I will have them finished by the end of this week, hopefully. So if anyone wants to contact me and ask me what your grade is, then you can. Otherwise, you'll get them back next term. Okay, all the best. Bye.